morning, green group. Okay, so I'm probably going to be drinking a lot of water in this video. So if you hear my water bottle or me drinking, that's what's going on. I want to start off this video by saying how proud I am of you guys for doing so well in the assessment and mastering a lot of these concepts. That's why you guys got the more challenging activity. So I just want to say yay to you. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this video short because I know you guys got busy lives. So let's get into it. So hopefully you're on Amplify. If you're not on Amplify, you need to get there. Force and motion. Okay, you're going to go to chapter 2, lesson 2.5. You're going to go to activity 2. Okay, make sure you're on the purple group. I'm not purple group. Green group, because you guys are the green group. Yay. Yay, green group. Okay. Click on the simulation. Wait for it to load. Hopefully Amplify is kind to me and doesn't mess up during this video. If it does, then I hate Amplify. Okay, so let's go to our document. Part 1 predicts. An object is moving diagonally, down and to the left. You want it to stop moving. In what direction or directions should you exert a force to get the object to stop? So let's think about this logically. If I have an object that's going down and to the left, I have to undo this initial action. Okay, so for every action that is being initially done, I have to undo that action and have a new action, right? So if it's initially going down and to the left, and I want it to stop moving, okay, I have to undo those actions. So it's going to be up and to the right. Okay, so up and to the right. Okay. And my answer. I'm not going to type that out because I'm lazy, so I'll show you guys the answer. See? Exert an upward force makes the object move straight left, and exerting a force right stops it. Okay? So you undo that diagonal when you do up, and then you undo this left by doing it right. Okay, let's scroll. So part 1, test. There are 4 missions in the part. Each mission has 2 tasks. Select 2.5 green mission 1 from the Force and Motion Sim menu and read the mission. Prompt and describes both tasks. Task 1. Ask you to use multiple forces to achieve your goal. Task 2. Achieve your goal. Ask you to achieve the same goal but using a single force. Okay. Press run and attempt task 1. Observe the object. Did it reach the target? If yes, press reset and go to task 2. If not, press reset and try again. Forces of different strength and directions. For task 2, press run and prepare a force. Set up the single force and test your results. Okay, use the force panel to select force directions and strengths. Press exert force. Observe the object. Did it reach the target? If yes, go to the next mission. After completing mission 4, respond to part 1, apply. If no, reset. Okay, so I'm going to be real with you guys. I am not going to do all these tests or these 4 missions. I'm only going to do the first one because I'm probably going to get the concept after the first one. But if it takes you more than the first mission, then by all means do all 4. But for the sakes of this video, which I'm trying to keep it short, you're not going to need to do all 4. So let's do this in the simulation. So first, let's do mission 1. So I'd first go to the menu, 3 little lines, and I'm selecting 2.5 green, mission 1. Okay, my target is all the way over here, So I'm going to do task 1, which says that I can do multiple forces in real time to achieve my goal. So let's do that. Let's go run. Let's initially make it start going. Then go faster. Maybe do this. It's kind of going in the right direction. Ooh, maybe go this way, that way. There we go. Okay, if I analyze it back, I can see that I did one up, one to the right, another one up, and another one to the right. Okay, and 2 more to the right. Okay, so I did a lot of rights and ups. Okay, that gives me a little bit of information. Okay, now I need to determine how to do it in a single force. Okay, so if I reset this, go to run, I need to do it in a single force, so I need to prepare. So I want to do maybe like this. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Oop, that's too high. Maybe do it a little faster. Maybe a little more. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't, we'll readjust it. Nope, it missed it. Okay. So let's prepare force again. So let's see if I can get a better diagonal here. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's too fast. Yay! Okay, so I obviously had to do a certain number towards the right, and then I had to make it to diagonal. Okay. All right, so going back here. Okay, let's go to the apply and see what it says. An object is moving right, so it's going right. Whatever action it's initially doing, I have to undo that. But instead you want it to move up, but not at a diagonal. Okay, so it's moving right, but I want it to move up. So that means I have to undo this right action. So it's going to go left. So whatever action it's initially doing, I need to undo that. And then I want it to do it in, I want it to move up. So it's going to be left, up. Okay. In what direction or directions should you exert a force to make it move upward? So remember, whenever it's initially going something, you have to undo that action to get it to go to the new action because it says it doesn't want it at a diagonal. Okay, so I had to undo this right, and I had to start it moving up. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can test that in the sim. I'm not going to. Let me show you the answers. So I don't want to write out, because I'm lazy, I don't want to write out the word form of it, but basically you just need to undo whatever you're initially doing. So it's left because it was initially going right. You want it to go upwards, so you move it up. Exerting a force on the left will make the object stop moving towards the right, and exerting a force up will make the object start moving up. Okay? If you want to, you can run through all those 4 missions to help you understand that concept. But hopefully you got that from the diagonal that I showed you. Okay, let's go on to the next part. Yay. Okay. I'm going to go back to my one that's empty to test. Okay, so part 2, test. Complete 4 more missions. Wow, they sure want you to do a lot of missions to get that concept. If you need to, do all these missions, but I'm only going to do the very first one right here. But by all means, if you need that many missions to get the concept, do it. Okay, so select mission 5, read the prompt. Press run. Use a force panel to get the object moving. Did it reach the target without touching walls? If yes, go on the next mission. If not, press reset and try again. Okay, so it's basically trial and error. after mission 8, respond to part 2. Okay, so let's run one of these missions. Oops, sorry. I could go back to build, but I still need to go to the menu. I'm going to go to mission 5 because that's the one I'm going to show you. Okay, so it has a target that's towards the left. So I know that I'm going to have to hit my object toward the left, but remember, whatever object I do, direction or force that I apply, I have to undo that. So once it's initially going towards left, I'm going to want to hit it right to stop the object, then hit up so it's starting to move upward, but then also undo it so it doesn't hit the wall. So then I would hit downward, then towards the right again, not towards the right, towards the left, and so on until I get into the target. So let's test that out. Moving towards here, move it upward, go that way, upward. Oop, I hit the thing. Okay, so let's try that again. Just remember though, that you need to undo every action that you do to stop that action. So wanted to do this, go upward, downward to stop it, upward, that way, into the target, okay? Analyze, let's rewind that back. I mean, you could stop it, but I was just changing directions to not hit the wall. Okay, so that's one way to do it. The main takeaway is that for every action that you're doing, you have to undo it to stop it or move it in another direction. So let's go on to part 2, explain. Unless you guys want to do all of these, I'm not going to do them in the video, but if this helps you go through all those missions to understand that concept, that you have to undo every action that you initially do. So here's part 2, explain. 2 objects are moving upward at a speed of 3 centimeters. Downward. Moving downward at a speed of 3 centimeters. Okay? Object A has a mass of 2 kilograms, and object B has a mass of 1 kilogram. Sorry, I need a water break. You want both objects to move to the left at a speed of 3 centimeters per second. Hint, if you get stuck, check your ideas in the sim. Okay? All right. So it says, in what direction or directions should you exert a force that will make the desired changes? Okay? So if I want it to move left at a speed of 3 centimeters per second, the directions that I'm going to have to apply is I have to undo this downward. So I'm obviously going to go up. Okay, I need to undo that. And then I need to apply a force to the left. Okay, undo whatever it was initially doing, and then apply the new thing I want it to be doing, which is the left at speed 3 centimeters per second. Okay, so let's test that in the sim. Okay, there's no mission for this, so I would go all the way up to Open Explore. Okay, this is kind of screwy in a way because it has object A already labeled. I don't know if you can change the label. Delete, maybe? Okay, there we go. And it's saying object A is 2 kilograms. So let's do that. 2 kilograms is object A. Okay? And object B is 1 kilogram. Okay, so let's find that. 1 kilogram is object B. Okay, they're both initially going 3 centimeters or down 3 centimeters per second. So I'm going to change the velocity, the vertical one, to down 3 centimeters per second, 3 centimeters per second. Okay, so they're both going 3 centimeters per second. I kind of want them a little apart. Okay, so now let's run that and see what happens. So they're going down. I want them to go left 3 centimeters per second. So I'm going to have to undo what they're doing. So let me prepare a force. I'm going to apply a force to object A, which is 2 kilograms, which is way more massive. So maybe we'll start with object B. Object B, I want to undo what it's initially doing. So to undo this, if it's 3 centimeters per second down, I need to go up 3 clicks, right? To undo this, to stop it. So 1, 2, 3, okay? But object A is twice as heavy or massive as object B. See how it's 2 kilograms versus 1? So I'm going to need twice as many clicks. So this is probably going to be 6 upward because we're trying to stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, we stop them. Okay, now that I've stopped them, I want them both to go left at a speed of 3 centimeters. So I'm going to apply a force towards the left on both of these objects, 3 centimeters per second, speed-wise. Now remember, this is still lighter than this one. So if this one, object B, preparing a force, is 3 centimeters per second to the left, I need 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but this one needs twice as many clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's exert a force. Yay, it looked like it worked. But to make sure that we did that, we need to go to analyze. So our end result was 3 centimeters per second to the left. That's all that negative sign is showing you. And if we rewind back, we see that object A is twice the strength of object B, which is way lighter. Okay, so we knew that we needed to go up and to the left, and I'm not going to type all that out. I'll show you the answer right here. But it's that concept that if the object is heavier, you need way more force strength to make it go the same velocity. So it says stronger force must be exerted on object A because it's more massive. It takes a stronger force to cause the same velocity change for something that is more massive. Okay, hopefully that made sense to you. If not, you can maybe re-watch the video and see what I did and try to understand it a little bit better. But those are the correct answers. So let me show these again. For part A, predict, this is the correct answer. Okay, for part 1, apply, these are the correct answers. And for this very last section, this is the correct answer. Okay, now we need to do the reflection question on Amplify. Okay, so click out of the simulation, go to Amplify, make sure you're in the green group. Yay, green group. Click Next. This is the reflection question. So remember, think about if you're initially going to the right, you have to undo that, then start going up, and then go downward to undo that, then towards the right, and so on until you get to the target. So I've written out, or I didn't write it out, it's Amplify. I've written out a sample, or I didn't write it, it's Amplify. Amplify has a sample written out version of this. If you wrote out a different thing, that's fine as long as it's logical and you're undoing every initial step that you do in order to get to that target along the way. So here is the sample answer. First, exert a force to the right to make the object start moving towards the right. At the first turn, exert a force upward so the object travels at an angle upward and to the right. To the next turn, exert a force downward so the object travels directly to the right. This downward force will make the object stop moving upward. See how it's the opposite action? Okay. At the next turn, exert a force downward and the object travels at an angle down and to the right. Then you exert a force to the left so the object will stop moving towards the right, and so on and so on. Okay? So I'll leave that on the screen for a sec. All right, you can pause the video if you need to, all that good stuff. That's it for Green Group. Hopefully you guys got the correct answer. I am extremely proud of you guys again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.